A man let his wife choke to death because he didn't want me touching her chest. I'm a paramedic, so I jumped out of my chair as soon as I saw the woman at the next table clawing at her throat. Her husband stepped into my path. Back up. What do you think you're doing? I told him his wife was choking and I could help. She's fine. She does this for attention. Behind him, she was making that horrible whistling sound that means the airway is almost blocked. I told him I needed to get to her now. You're not touching my wife. I know what guys like you are after. He turned and started slapping her on the back like that was going to do anything. She grabbed his shirt and her eyes were screaming, but he kept doing the same useless thing. I told him the Heimlich was the only thing that would work, and he shoved me hard. I said no. You think I'm an idiot? You just want an excuse to put your hands on her body. She hit her knees and her face was turning purple. I tried to get around him and he grabbed my arm. Are you deaf? I said back off. A woman at another table screamed at him to move and he didn't even glance at her. Mind your own business. She belongs to me. I told him I was a paramedic and she was going to die if he didn't move. He laughed in my face. Sure you are. That's a really good excuse to grope someone's wife. His wife collapsed forward onto her hands and her back was heaving, but nothing was moving. The whole restaurant was on their feet. I told him she was dying right in front of him. She's not dying. She's just being dramatic. She pulls this crap all the time to embarrass me. Her lips were blue and her fingers were twitching against the floor. A man in a suit pushed forward and told the husband he was going to kill his wife. The husband shoved him back. Then that's my business. I decide who touches her and who doesn't. An older woman begged him to move and he didn't even acknowledge her. A man yelled that he was calling 911 and the husband shouted back, call whoever you want. She just needs to learn that she can't pull this in public. I begged him one more time to move. He crossed his arms and stood over her body like he was guarding a possession. You want to touch her so bad? You can wait until she's dead. That's the only way you're putting your hands anywhere near what's mine. His wife's arms gave out and her face hit the floor. A glass of water spilled next to her head and she didn't react. Her body was going still. The husband looked down at his wife and then back at me. See? She's calming down already. I told you she was faking it. That's when the busboy hit him. The kid tackled him so hard they crashed through a table and pinned him to the ground. Go! I got him! I dropped behind her and wrapped my arms around her. I thrust upward into her diaphragm. Nothing. I did it again. Nothing. Her body was completely limp. The husband screamed from the floor. Get your hands off her. I'll kill you. I repositioned my fist and thrust with everything I had. A chunk of steak flew out of her mouth and she sucked in a breath so desperate it sounded like a scream. She started sobbing and I held her upright while her whole body shook. The husband was still fighting to get free. You liked that, didn't you? You liked having your arms around her? She looked at her husband with tears streaming down her face. Her voice was wrecked, but everyone heard her. I heard everything you said. He stopped struggling. Baby, I was just trying to protect you. She flinched like he'd hit her. You were going to let me die. I want you gone before I can stand up. We're done. The kid let him up and he pointed at me.